I felt bad that I was even talking to the squirrels at the neighbor's house the last day. Okay? I felt bad. But I was waiting for a moment like when they went on to WYSIWYG, it made it all perfect for me, right? My time was now. Because I watched that. They did tip them off about the restraining orders. You see how me and Lori have done one thing. We've exercised our right to protest. We have not gotten in anyone's face. What did squirrels do? They haven't been around. Their mission was complete because this is what is even better. Their mission complete story, when they went on with JJ and Telescope and Lori and all them, their mission complete thing was that Big D hitting Paul was their mission, and they accomplished that mission, so it's time to go. It wasn't about pedophilia. It wasn't about any of that. So last night on the stream, on Wizzy stream, they said, the Asana, Wizzy, and Melanie, they all say that, and Golden, whatever his name is, they all said, we never went into anyone's faces like Squirrel does. Squirrel doesn't do anything. He just goes in front of pieces in people's faces and pretends to be scary. But what is different from the squirrels, or at least Red, because Paul and Melanie play good protester, bad protester, just like good cop, bad cop. They're bad protester, good protester. And so that's how they work together. Melanie just plays dumb, but Paul saw the video. Okay, I'm getting back to the video. The video when they said that mission complete. So last night on WYSIWYG, they were talking about Big D punching him, and Wizzy says, "Well, that was your plan all from the get go, wasn't it?" And she responds, it gets real bad, but she says that was Ant's thing, and that's what Paul just said. Red Squirrel said earlier on in here was that I was just there for hitting. It's true. That was one of the main things. And then the question about Bandit being a pedophile. When I first started, when I was in Oregon hitchhiking, it was only about, I knew about the pedophile. I didn't know that I knew that the pedophile was asked to leave. I know that the dojo was the one who brought that upon that information out. That's all I knew about that. It wasn't about a pedophile. True. That was one of the main things. And then the question about Bandit being a pedophile. When our first meeting, the only meeting that we had, because you guys are pieces of shit and you're always doing meth, so it's impossible to have any kind of conversation with you or any type of planning. But the first meeting, there was two things, and that's uploaded down, find the videos. There's two videos. One video the two things were, why was Bandit still with the camp? And two, why did Big D hit the squirrels? That was it. It was very, we will be live later with receipts. Okay, go with the receipts. There's nothing, I have nothing to hide. I'm not worried about anything. Even your mod Brett was like, yeah, he just sometimes goes off on Melanie and starts calling her a cunt over food. Like, yeah. You're just a piece of shit, Paul, and you're a liar. You're conniving. You told Direwolf that Billy was from New York when he's not from New York. He's right in town there, in the Springs, Berkeley Springs. He's in Berkeley Springs, and yeah, and you're going to talk with the outlaws. Like, I saw everyone talking shit. Like, I can't believe that he just talked off of camera. And then when Paul came up, he wanted to be off of camera. And so I turned it off for him. But I don't like being off of camera. I don't have nothing to hide. I'm going to show up to the thing and peacefully protest and stay in my zone where the police tell me to be. And that's what I've done. What does Paul do? Paul ruins the thing with the neighbor. someone comes in and tries to get into the house. Lori's dog gets off the leash. He starts violence with Billy and Oreo and all that, and then leaves. Didn't stick around, didn't call me to see what was up, didn't do anything. And then when they left, they didn't say bye, they didn't say nothing, they didn't say they were going, they just took off. Because that's what they do. They're just pieces of shit. And Paul's all butthurt that he's not popular. You're not popular because you're a piece of shit and you don't do anything. Lori has been working her ass off. Yeah, it was shady. But I didn't say nothing because, like, what you guys have to know about me, I let people dig their own holes. I'm not going to block Red in here because he's digging his own hole. I'm capable of being with somebody with different views.